Hey, what's up? It's Bond, and today I'm going to be talking about The Last of Us 2 Remastered. On the 16th, we saw all of the reviews and all the previews of this game come out, and here's where it's going. It has a Metacritic score of 91, and a bunch of reviewers and content creators saying it's pretty darn good. Even to the point where Digital Foundry did a video on it, kind of talking about, is this really a remaster, or was it worth the wait or the money or whatever? So the reception's good. It's going to sell a bunch of copies. Awesome. I do want to give my take on it in the sense of this is a weird one for me. This is a game that is only a few years old. It came out about 3.5 years ago or so. And on the 19th, it's going to have a remaster. Not a remake, to be very clear. That's they haven't done that. For better or worse, they don't need to. The game is still modern. It was made for the PS4, but already got like a 60 FPS mode and some uplift on the PS5. I guess what annoys me about this situation is how they are essentially releasing a next gen version, which most third parties and Xbox and other studios and publishers have just released as a free patch, and it's paid. And I understand if you have the old version, you can pay $10 and you get the uplift, you get the little the mode that they've added, which seems good from the reviews, but not remarkable. It's just what it is. It's fine. And then you also get these 3 unfinished missions that have some director commentary about what they were going to do with them. And those things are neat. This should have just been a next-gen patch. And I think it's interesting that it isn't, because the visual update or upgrade is almost certainly a result of them likely working on a port to PC. So they've taken all of the restrictions they had with the PS4. You have to remember, when they make these games, they do like level of detail, right? So it's very likely that The Last of Us 2, when they were developing it, already had these 4K textures and all that stuff. They just had to lower all the level of detail and the other more technical things I'm not qualified to talk about down to work for the PS4, and it did. They did a masterful job of that. And then with the PS5 coming out, they were able, I assume, to bump those up a little bit just for the cross-play version of it. And now they're doing this PS5 version, this remastered version, they're calling it, when it's really just a next-gen version. It's just, bumping those sliders up a little bit from, what's essentially probably going to be the PC version that's going to come out in the next year or two. This could have been them just releasing this as a patch to everyone who owns the game already for free. And they could have charged, I guess, for like $5 for this DLC and these missions and being able to strum the guitar however you want. Or they, could have just included those as bonus features. 2 years ago, this game was, said to have sold over 10 million copies. I'm sure it's sold more since then. This isn't a game that did badly. It's weird that it almost seems like they're kind of penny pinching with it when it was likely completely unnecessary. I think the key is that they have a player base and a community that doesn't care. They don't care that this is, like, I would argue, anti-consumer. They don't care. They're happy to pay it. They'll pay the $10, they'll pay the 70, whatever it's going to be, depending on what they own or don't. And it doesn't matter. No one's going to push back on it. It's going to get 90 plus Metacritic reviews. It's going to get, all the accolades that it's currently getting. And for all we know, it's going to be nominated for Game of the Year at the end of the year. Probably not, but we'll see. I just think it's an interesting thing. I'm coming at this from an outside perspective as more of an Xbox fan, where they, Xbox, I think, doesn't get enough credit for how well they handled this cross-gen thing with the games getting next-gen updates and stuff like that. And as far as I know, the only game I can think of that I've played, at least, that got a paid, next-gen patch was the Outer Worlds, and it was a complete disaster. So, I don't know. Let me know what you think down in the comments about this. Am I just being a fanboy? Do I have a point? Do you have your own thoughts? I want to hear it. If you like this video, please subscribe to the channel, hit the like button if you thought it was a good one. Check out the rest of my catalog, including my 2 podcasts, The Bonfire and The Echo, the Mass Effect Hypecast. And, stick around, jump in, come into the Discord, follow me on social media. At Bond Diesel on everything, including over on Twitch, where I stream a few times a week. That's all I have for this one, so until next time.